Hello and welcome to a recap video of Dragon Age Inquisition's Trespasser DLC. Now usually I don't recap DLCs, but this is firstly a very good DLC, but also a very important DLC to the story and the lore of Dragon Age, and it's essential for understanding the upcoming Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Now this does pick up after the events of the main Dragon Age Inquisition game, so if you haven't played that or you can't remember what happens there, then you can find out by clicking up here. And a final one from me: if you do enjoy this video, all I ask is that you hit subscribe. I'm a small channel and it's just me, no large operation, so your support and subs really is rewarding. Thank you. Let's go! The DLC begins 2 in-game years after the Inquisitor and his or her band of merry men defeated Corypheus and saved Thaydas from doom. This DLC focuses on the disappearance of Solas and the future of the Inquisition. We are invited to address the Exalted Council at the Winter Palace. The council is made up of nobles and important individuals from Orlais, spearheaded by the newly elected Divine, which can be many individuals depending on your choices in the main game. For me, it was Divine Victoria, previously known as Leliana. The talks are to determine the role of the Inquisition now that the threat of Corypheus is over. The council talks begin, but we are requested away by an Inquisition member telling us that Divine Victoria wishes to meet us in private. The Divine then alerts us to a dead Qunari warrior found inside the Winter Palace, which is most irregular. And here I was just thinking we'd go to the council, then enjoy a few canapes with old friends. Off I go to investigate. Following a blood trail, we find an Eluvian. Remember those things? We later find evidence of a Qunari plot to invade the Winter Palace and by extension, southern Thaydas. We head back through the Eluvian to investigate more and hear tell of an agent of Fen-Harel, an old elven god known more commonly as Dreadwolf, who has apparently been disrupting the Qunari plans and of whom the Inquisition apparently serve. News to me. We also hear mention of Dragon's Breath, which is apparently important to the Qunari. We head back to update our inner circle because mobile phones haven't been invented yet, and we have to do pointless updates in person. Back on the trail, we meet the Vidisala, the leader of the conspiring Qunari. She explains that the Qun wish to take over in Thaydas as the current regime is incompetent after allowing Corypheus to invade. She also further references this mysterious agent of Fen-Harel and suggests once again that we serve them, before she then orders her men to kill us.
Kill the Inquisitor.
Ooh, you're hard.
Sadly for you boys, this isn't my first rodeo and we kill the warriors with ease. Before we can move on, we have to fucking head back again and tell our inner circle what has happened again. While there, our anchor begins to malfunction and cause excruciating pain. We're also given the option as to whether we tell the Exalted Council what is happening or continue to investigate alone. Back out there, we learn that what the Qunari have been referring to as Dragon Breath is an actual dragon.
Dragon's Breath is an actual dragon?
Yes, I just said that. We kill the dragon, no problem. I killed 9 of them in the original game, and we confront the Vidisala. Our anchor yet again glitches, and the Vidisala tells us our time is running out. The same elven magic that allowed Corypheus to tear open the sky will cause the same to happen to us. We again protest our innocence when it comes to this agent of Fen-Harel, before the Vidisala reveals that said agent stopped the anchor from killing us years ago and fought alongside us against Corypheus, and that his name is
Solas, agent of Fen-Harel.
Yes, in a shocking twist which every man and his dog saw coming, Solas is indeed the agent of Fen-Harel. We continue on and find the Vidisala attacking Solas himself, who casually turns the Qunari into stone, much like he did with Flemeth/Mithal at the end of the base game. We approach our old friend and yet again the anchor begins to go haywire, worse this time. Solas, using his weird eye magic, manages to ease our suffering momentarily, allowing us to talk. We question the elven mage on the Qunari claims, and Solas responds by saying that he is not an agent of Fen-Harel, he is Fen'Harel himself, also known as Dreadwolf. The Dreadwolf explains that he fought the other elven gods and created the Veil, which is the space between the world and the Fade, as a means to banish the elven gods. Despite claiming these acts saved the elven people from the false gods, this did in turn cause the fall of the Elven Empire and the elven world that relied on access to the Fade. Solas reveals his plans are to restore the elven world by collapsing the Veil and removing the boundary between the world and the Fade. But in doing so will likely destroy the current world as we know it, a sacrifice Solas seems prepared to make. He also recaps the events of the base game. Solas inadvertently gave Corypheus his orb, but it should have killed him. When it didn't, he chose to assist the Inquisition, seeing it as his best chance of getting his plan back on track and his hands back on the orb. Solas states that the Inquisition has grown too powerful, and with power comes corruption, even revealing that he has his own agents working within our Inquisition. Our anchor then has another episode, and this leads Solas to permanently fix it for us. And although it's not explicitly clear in this scene, he actually magically amputates the Inquisitor's arm. With Solas leaving through the Alluvion, the Inquisitor and her one arm finally attend the council, and we can choose the outcome of the Inquisition. After knowing of its corruption, I chose to disband the organization.
Effective immediately, the Inquisition is disbanded.
In a post-credit scene, Cassandra, Liliana, Scout Harding and the Inquisitor plan to stop Solas from destroying the world and turn their attention to the Tevinter Imperium, the assumed setting for Dragon Age Dreadwolf. And that is what happens in the Dragon Age Trespasser DLC. If this video was useful to you and helped at all, then please do hit subscribe. Thank you.